Well, going on right now, we've got something that is called a micromoon. I guess it's like a full moon, but it's just smaller to the naked eye than a regular full moon. I never really paid that much attention till the moon, until Virginia's daughter had all these calamities, and I learned what full moon sensitivity was.
Well, FMS.
It's a medical term. The doctors really do. They recognize it in the medical field. FMS is a real thing.
Okay.
And we definitely know what we're talking about and hang out with doctors.
If you do not know what it is, Virginia believes that the moon greatly affects her daughter.
Some people, especially if they were born on a moon sign, are affected by the moon, and my daughter is definitely one of them.
So how long has your daughter been a werewolf? That's what it sounds like.
So we had a full moon, and we had another calamity, which further entrenches your belief that the full moons are bad for your daughter Magnolia. What has happened now, Virginia?
So we had a full moon last Wednesday, and she was out on a jog last Wednesday, and all of a sudden, ow, her leg really hurt really bad all of a sudden. So she had to limp back to her sorority house, and then she was icing it and elevating it and icing it and hoping it would get better. It did not. And yesterday she went and got one of those x-rays, and she has a stress fracture in her leg.
Oh, geez.
From running on the day of the full moon.
Oh, my goodness. What the heck? That's crazy.
Yep.
So what does that mean?
She's got to stay off of it. She can't run. It's going to take a few weeks, but they're hoping it heals itself. She has to go back in a month of staying off of it.
How much of it do you really believe is the full moon? Is it just an act?
99%.
All right, so that's not an act.
That's not an act,
That's
yeah.
That's the real deal right there.
It's hardcore numbers.
So nothing bad ever happens to your daughter Magnolia? It's only when it's a full moon? It's the only time anything bad ever really kind of goes bad for her?
I haven't charted those things, Kevin, but I just noticed that a lot of bad things do happen when the full moon is out.
Look, I have a family member, and I don't want to say who, but they have charted the full moon before because of an incident that was happening in their life that involved some really crazy stuff. Charting a moon, you can find out a lot by charting a moon.
Yeah, you
More
can.
than you
Okay.
even realize.
Okay.
Chart a full moon and watch what happens to your life.
Okay. Sounds like we got some believers here. Now, I'm kind of curious because there's many things like that. Virginia, you also believe in the zodiac signs and all that stuff too,
I
right?
do. I like astrology.
Okay. So you're buying that. How do you feel about it, Bird? Do you buy into the zodiac signs?
No, I don't. Not to the level that Virginia does. I think there's something to the stars.
Okay.
But I don't think it's, oh my gosh, Jake is a Taurus. You can't date Jake because he's a Taurus. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Because I've seen Taurus that don't act like other Taurus.
So you're thinking there may be some coincidences, but you can't lock it in as definite.
That's correct.
You're such a Taurus.
Because I'm headstrong.
Bull in a china shop.
Do you believe in Ouija boards, Jaybird? That they work?
Not necessarily.
Okay. How do you feel about them, Virginia?
I don't mess with Ouija boards. I don't know if they work or if they don't. I think the devil's in there. I don't get mixed up in that.
I think a lot of times we put stuff in our own head.
Okay.
Self-fulfilling prophecy, so to speak.
Okay, I got you. So you think like maybe how Virginia thinks that Magnolia is affected by the moon. People think they're affected by the Ouija and they're not.
Well, for example, when Mags ran over the mailbox, what month was that? And what day was that? And what was the moon like? And
I wasn't charting it then.
we'd have to go back
We'd
and
have
chart.
to go back and look, but wouldn't that be crazy if we looked back and realized that she hit the mailboxes on a full moon?
Because you had a lot of Mags drama for a while, and I find it hard to believe every time there was a full moon. Now, if it comes back and it was, we have a theory.
Yeah, I feel like we need to start charting this because, Virginia's kind of laid this down as absolute fact. And I think it'd be interesting to start, but we'd have to be honest. And any calamity that happens to Magnolia, you have to document and say in what stage is the moon in.
I will. I absolutely will. The next full moon is coming up on March 14th. Coincidentally, I'm traveling that day.
Oh, boy. Full moon travel?
Full moon travel.
Oh my goodness, Virginia, you got to cancel that.
It's my grandma's 101 birthday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So we
yeah.
can't skip it.
Okay,
We've
gotta
got to
take your chances.
You taking Max with you?
No, she's staying at FSU. I don't need the plane going down.
FMS is staying at FSU?
Yes. FMS can stay at FSU.
How do you feel about chemtrails?
I believe those.
You do?
Yes.
You believe in the chemtrails?
I
Huh?
believe those are more probable, yes.
Okay.
Because, people have seen them.
Virginia, do you know anything about the chemtrail conspiracy that is out there?
I've seen a little bit of it, and it is interesting. It's fascinating. These people are claiming to have tested the air.
That just seems more believable.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, conspiracy theorists believe that the government is poisoning the public via aircraft trails. Now, the FAA and NASA has chimed in on chemtrails, said that, there's nothing to it.
Whatever,
They've
NASA.
Debunked both of them.
NASA, you're in bed with the higher ups. Get out of here. We don't believe you anymore, NASA.
If you do believe in chemtrails, good news. If you've ever wondered what Donald Trump's ex-wife Marla Maples is up to, she's a big believer in chemtrails, and she's now pushed Florida lawmakers to introduce a bill that will establish a hotline for reporting these contrails, and it also includes a $100,000 fine for unidentified violators.
I guess my question was, before I was born, when planes were zipping around the sky, were there things like chemtrails going on, or is this a newer phenomenon?
I've only heard of chemtrails myself, probably over the last decade or 15 years, maybe.
Me too.
I've seen them my entire life, and I always just thought it was the exhaust coming off of a plane. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. You can see where planes went. And I always thought that was the explanation, and that's what you were seeing.
No, Kevin, they're sickness droplets.
Okay. Yeah.
Toxic fog.
Well, apparently enough people believe as you do, Jay Bird, that it's now going to be a thing. Of course, here in Florida, we're going to be the state that is going to be your chemtrail state, trying to crack down on it.
I like the do you believe in this or not game. That's fun.
Okay. What about, you ever heard of something called aura photography?
Oh, yes. I love that.
What is this?
It's a technique that aims to capture a person's energy field or aura through specialized photographic equipment. The process often results in images that display vibrant colors surrounding the subject, which some interpret as a reflection of their spiritual or emotional state.
Your aura, I think your aura is a very real thing. And supposedly, with this special lens, they can see your aura. And some people have a dark one. We've worked with some of those people. And some people have a light one.
With this,
those are good people.
with this lens that they have. Sounds like a parlor trick. I don't know, man. They sell so much ghost equipment, and I've bought some before, and I'm like, what is this crap? It doesn't do anything.
I could see you buying an aura lens.
I would buy it just to have it, to have an aura lens, and hope it would work, but I don't know. I've been burned so many times, Virginia.
We could totally test it out and see.
It sounds wacky. I love it.
Are you buying it, Virginia?
Yes, 100%.
I buy it because I had my aura photographed one time, only paid like $25 for it. And the person told me what a beautiful aura I had and just an amazing energy. So, of course, I'm believing in it.
I mean, what a racket. $25 a head.
Just to get a compliment. That's basically what I got. I paid $25 to get a fake compliment about how great my soul is.
Pay to play.
Guarantee you, if you had a bunch of drunk people around and you had that person at a bar, people would pay $25 to get their aura read.
Absolutely. I think that's where it happened, actually. Now, there's some other things that are out there that are not necessarily on the goofy scale, like, for instance, vitamins. I take them like crazy, but I'm very well aware that many doctors will tell you that these supplements, you basically pee off anything anyway. It really doesn't do any good for you. Get all of your nutrients through your food because it absorbs better.
So if you are taking B12, technically, that's not really going to help you?
There's so many little caveats about taking vitamins. There's the thing that they really don't have any impact, that you basically urinate everything off. Then there's the other thing that when you take a vitamin, you almost have to have another supplement that helps activate that vitamin when it gets into your system. So it's just all these things. But yet I still take 6 different vitamins every single day, and I don't believe believe in it.
See, somebody told me the exact opposite of what you just said. They said to make the vitamins work, you can't take them with other vitamins. You have to isolate and take them because when you take them with other vitamins, they counteract each other. So you got to spread them out throughout the day.
Yeah, well, I think it's slightly different. I think what you're talking about is just other vitamins. Some people will say if you want, like you have to take, I think it's a vitamin K to unlock the vitamin B. It's something along those lines.
There's no way I could do that. Just give me a Flintstone vitamin.
Right.
Put it all in one.
So I'm not, it's kind of weird because I'm not sure I believe in vitamins. I wouldn't swear to them, but yet I still spend a ton of money on vitamins.
And why do vitamins smell like pee? They smell horrific. Some of these vitamins are terrible
Well,
smelling.
they make your pee smell.
No, the vitamins actually smell like
pee as you're taking them?
When you open up the jar of vitamins, it smells like gnarliness and pee.
Maybe
Don't
that's the
tell
joke.
him. Don't tell him. Last time I was at his house, I peed in his vitamins.
He's taking vitamin P.
That's good.
Got him.
Got him.
Very good.
What about drinks that promote gut health?
You know, this is something I also believe in, the probiotic gut health movement. I, a lot of times, will drink these yogurt drinks that are
Yep.
high in things like acidophilus and all the cultures. It does help me with feminine health a lot.
All right.
And I can tell you, if you're a girl controlling her bacterial cultures, it is a good thing to control your bacteria through acidophilus.
So you're buying those drinks that promote gut health.
Yeah, I really am.
And the one thing I've noticed is everything that they try to say is revolutionary. It's got a high price tag. Have you seen how much you got to pay for some of those drinks that you have? You go to Whole Foods.
Oh my gosh.
And was it the kombucha? Is that one of the ones? It's that fermented drink that you get, and it's like $10 a bottle, something like that. It's crazy.
I bought coconut water at Whole Foods one time for somebody, and it was $35. I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
That's what they do.
And the coconut water tasted like feet.
Yeah,
$35
never tastes
for
good.
foot water.
Yeah, they can't make it taste good because then you wouldn't believe it actually works. But yeah, I do. I right now kind of believe in the drinks that promote gut health, only because I don't know any better.
And plus, it's kind of one of those things that's trendy, and everyone thinks, oh, it promotes gut health. I'll pay that price because it's keeping me alive.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
how they trick you.
That's where I am. That's why I tell you with the vitamins. If somebody came at me about like vitamins don't work, I'd be like, yeah, I know. I'd be like,
But here I am taking them.
here I am spending a good chunk of money every month taking them.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.